again, everyone. You're gonna get sick of me soon. 3 videos in a month? What? It's Sasha Eriksen. Hope you are all doing well. So, as I told many of you, I was planning to do the sacred site healing ceremonies again. Pretty bad with YouTube. I'm still, for those of you who've been on this journey a long time with me, you know I had a crazy tragic accident in 2020, 3 years ago. Cut my face open, paralyzed myself, and broke my teeth, and yeah. So about 7 or 8 or 9 surgeries I had between 2020 and just 3 months ago was my last one. So it was a dark time for me because I used to show up and do these videos every single day for so many years. And then, not that I've ever been a self-centered person, but you look at yourself in the mirror every day and you see the same face. And my face was completely paralyzed. I mean, it's come a long way. My other eyebrows still not 100%, but anyway, long story short, I was trying to figure out why I stopped doing my sacred site healing ceremonies. This is how I started. It's what I did for years. And then I was like, how did I get to the point where I'm like locked indoors with candles and darkness, removing demons off of people? Literally, I had to like sit and think about, how did I get here? And it's not like I haven't been busy. I'm never caught up. There's so many people that I help and have helped through the whole 3-year process. Through every surgery, I would come home from surgeries and do ceremonies for people. I never stopped the work, but I stopped showing up to the rest of the world because I didn't recognize myself when I looked at myself in the mirror. But I've had time to reflect on that, and I don't know that it was so literal, looking myself in the mirror, but figurative. You see where I'm going with this? So even if I have been on this crazy, long, and dedicated spiritual path, as I walked away from Hollywood and all that stuff back in the day, you never figure it all out. That's why I always say I'm not a guru. I'm not a whatever know-it-all. I'm not any of those things. Anybody who says they've got it all figured out, they're the master, they're enlightened, they're full of beep. And I've actually met a few of these gurus and masters and stuff on this journey. And I'm sorry, again, not here to judge, but it's just like, it's almost a little bit pathetic how hard some people try and how much humanity will buy anything that they're sold because they're just trying to find something. And there's nothing wrong with people believing in something, especially if they're on a spiritual path. But I just get mad at these guru type of people that, sell this philosophy or vision or dream and then get people living in, compounds and cults and walking away from their families and, just focusing on this one specific part of spirituality. And that's all there is. No. The point of a spiritual journey is that it's never over. You're constantly evolving. You're constantly revolving, hopefully. Because if you ever get to that point in the journey and say, I'm done, I got it all figured out, well, you don't. Or you wouldn't be here. And if you had it all figured out and you were here, you certainly wouldn't be telling people that you had it all figured out. So, I've seen a lot of very interesting things on this path. I ran into Native American elders that were 70, 80 years old that knew who my 7th grandmother was, who I keep mentioning. And it's so weird that I made that video about a week ago talking about my grandmother and how she started my whole healing inspiration, and I felt she passed her legacy on and all this stuff. So I've just been randomly telling people about her. And I started Googling her because my good friend Vanessa, if you're watching, was asking me to share some more about my grandma. But she had this beautiful, amazing story. And I was like, oh, I'll Google her name. Nancy Ward. Here we go. And I Google it, and 2 days ago, there was some big dedication ceremony of her graveyard, like out of nowhere. She died in like 1822 or no, 1722. Why I brought her up, why someone asked, and then I looked. So there was this big dedication ceremony. She has her own graveyard in Tennessee. She's buried on a hillside with her son, Five Killer, and her half brother, Longfellow. And it's a very big deal. She was a very big deal. Um, she basically had a hand in making the state of Tennessee an actual state after she led the Trail of Tears from Oklahoma to Tennessee. So anyway, just Google Nancy Ward. It's way too much to explain quickly. But something just sparked in me again that I was tapping back into this part of myself that actually got me on the journey in the first place. And because of Etsy, really, I'll just say it to everybody. If you found me on Etsy and you want to keep dealing with Etsy, go for it. But just go to my website. I have had so many issues with that website. It's changed owners, it's changed hands. I only got on that website in the first place because I made smudge fans and didn't know where to sell them. Because again, channeling grandma, smudge fans and crazy sage bundles that you ain't gonna find anywhere else. Look at the size of this. I'll get to that later. I needed somewhere to sell these smudge fans that were just coming out of me. I never even knew how to make them or knew where they came from. Same with the sage bundles. I'd look, everyone would just have a basic stick of white sage, and here I'm making stuff like this with cinnamon sticks sticking out of it. Chili peppers. What you know about that? Anyway, I wasn't trained in any of this stuff, so I'm like, where is this coming from? But she sparked everything. Someone said, hey, there's a handmade marketplace called Etsy where you can sell handmade goods. Put your smudge fans on there. So when I went on there was no healers, there was no psychics, there was no witches and spell casters and all the stuff they call themselves. And I had to slowly kind of sneak my healing work into selling a sage bundle along with the healing, or selling a smudge fan along with the healing. You weren't allowed to sell stuff like that on Etsy. It was only a handmade marketplace or a vintage marketplace, period. And then over the past few years, suddenly everybody was a healer, everyone was a shaman, everyone was a spellcaster, all this stuff. And I was like, I had to be sneaky and like sell an item to even get my work there. Now all of a sudden it was like Witch Central, Spellcaster, Black Magic Central. And I was like, what happened to this place? So I noticed that my work after my accident, everybody that found me on Etsy, I've always had the SashaEriksen.com website, but it's more like people that have been with me a long time that find me there. Because I don't advertise. I'm not a brand. I'm a person, you know. So you're never gonna see me jumping on those like Hay House trains and selling myself. No. I'll continue to always give people discounts and give people coupons and ask for as little as possible, because it's not that my work isn't worth it. It's because I know how messed up and unbalanced the society is, particularly when it comes to financial things. That's the number one way they keep us into slavery and control. So I will always continue. People go, oh, you sell yourself too short. You should ask for more. No, I shouldn't. I want to make my work affordable to everybody, and also along the way teach everybody how I do my healings, teach them how to do it. Because guess what? My end goal is not about making money. It's about actually healing people, because I'm an actual healer, not a scammer. So I noticed that people were like copying and pasting my listings that were very specific things that I had created. People were basically catfishing, pretending to do the same services I do, ask for either way more money or way less money. But I just saw this theme of people copying my shit. I was like, what? Come on, I'm not like a Reiki master and all that. I had always had my own little category. My distance deliverance, I called it, was after I'd been trained as an ordained minister, and then like mixed in a little bit of my Native American shaman stuff, and then my angelic healing and whatever. I had my own little thing that nobody else did, and then everybody started copying me, and it got crazy. Then there was this huge uprising of everybody removing curses and removing negative entities and spirits and demons from people from a distance. And no one did that before. It was like, what? Everyone's copying me. It really bothered me. And I started getting trolled hard. I got attacked hard. And Etsy, who lets us make our own policies about whether we give or don't give refunds and all this stuff, just started refunding people left and right that were basically just trying to get free healing. They go, oh, it didn't work, sorry. Well, how can you prove something of a spiritual service if your healing worked or didn't? Or I do a past life reading for someone, I go, nope, that wasn't me, my past life. I want my money back. Well, how did you know? Why did you come to me and ask? You must have trusted in my guidance. How can you prove or disprove you were or weren't that person? It's a great area of spirituality. Metaphysical work is great. So you have to have faith and you have to have belief, period. And I have that all in my listings on Etsy, or had, I should say, because I'm no longer there. But this was a theme that kept popping up where there'd be certain people with a certain energy that would just, they'd want it now, 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 now. They'd send me like these 50,000 word messages. Nothing anybody could read. It's like just the energy was too much. Well, I started to see that there was people out there just trying to get something for free. And then the deeper I looked, I realized, wait, these people don't even want something for free. I think these are like people actually that are witches or black magic people, and they know how genuine I am, and that I go the extra mile, and that I will legitimately connect with their energy and work with them. Well, I'm not a manipulative witch. I don't even know how that stuff works. And so I started realizing that I would just get slammed with orders. Like tons of money would come in, like overnight. I'd have like, I think I had like a $10,000 day one time. I was like, what is going on? But I was drained. I started, feeling spiritual attacks, like psychic attacks, negative energy just all around me. And I was like, God, it was never like this when I was just doing healing out in the forest. What happened? And what does this become? And I was just in this dark room all the time with like 20, 25, 30 altars everywhere. I couldn't make enough candles. I couldn't buy enough altar plates. I could not remove enough demons in a day. It would not stop. And I should have known, message, 122 coming in. I should have seen that there was something else going on. And again, I don't care about money. It was like, oh my God, all these people are coming to me because I really do have this specialized category of actually, for real, being able to remove archons, negative entities, jinn, shadow beings, demons from human beings, body, mind, and spirit. I've been given that authority because I don't abuse it, and I'm legitimately doing it, not scamming people and taking advantage of their fears, their unknown, their belief in wanting to believe in something or having that shadow, over them. There's a lot of these scammer people who know that certain people have like mental health issues. And again, not saying anyone's crazy, but there are some people that come to me that definitely have some mental health stuff going on. I know this as well because I also have a degree in psychology. So I've learned all these things and studied all these things, not to master them, but to understand the mind, understand humanity, understand human beings, because I feel that I'm only here to help human beings, not to help demons, archons, reptiles, and the rest. So there's a certain kind of energy that comes along with people, and I'm not saying they're not people, they're definitely people. There's a certain energy that comes along with people who have these other forces attached to them, or they're working with them purposefully. And you go on Etsy now, and you type in, make a pact with whoever, I'm not going to even say any names, you'll find it. Those things are allowed. In fact, they're trendy, they're cool. Make a pact with such and such. Sell your soul. Control your ex, and death spells, and it's dark out there. I mean, whoa, my whole job eventually became cleaning up all this black magic dark stuff that these fake witches do on Etsy, and just totally take advantage of people who are innocent and suffering, and many paranoid, and many with mental health disorders. I just don't know how these people sleep at night. This is not what this video is about to be about, but now you know Mama Stash is back, because this is how it goes down when the crown is open. And this is why my videos still, like, you look and they'll have like 100 views. Sure, okay. Either that's true because they don't want this getting out, or it's absolutely not. Anyway, my Etsy shop was there 12 years. I had 3 bad reviews, 3 in 12 years. Thousands of sales. I don't know, 5, 10,000, right? Each one of those is people that I legitimately helped, treated them as if they were the only human in the universe at that moment, because that is how my tunnel vision is. I work in alignment. I work with what I call attention and intention. Constant attention to that person's situation, and constant and true intention to help that person, beaming out of the electromagnetic field of my heart. Because you try to heal with your hands, you try to heal with your third eye, you try to heal with your head, try to heal from a book, never gonna work. I almost cried. You can only for real, heal from your heart. And I don't mean it has to literally be from your heart. That's how mine works, but it's that being in alignment with the true intention to truly want to help somebody. Did I ever think I would go from working in Hollywood to sitting here doing this? No. If I had looked for this, I probably wouldn't have found it. That's how you know you're truly on the spiritual path. It finds you. I don't read spiritual books, never studied any of those things, never went seeking any of this stuff. I wasn't not spiritual. I wasn't not anything. I wasn't religious. I always believed in God. I always knew there was something else, but I wasn't seeking it. And it's kind of like, when you're trying so hard, let's say you're single and you're trying so hard to find the love of your life. And that's all you do. You're dating, you're on apps, and you're just like, I just don't want to be alone. You're never going to find it. The minute you stop looking, it will find you. You will automatically attract, and I'm not going to get a law of attraction. I hate all that spiritual stuff. Just so everybody knows, I'm the anti-New Age, anti-guru person. Because guess what? It might not be popular, but I'm telling the truth. I've never tried to be popular. Maybe that's why I'm still here. Anyway, none of this is what this was supposed to be about, but sometimes whoever's listening to this needed to hear this. So many people are so misguided about spirituality. So many people are getting taken advantage of by people who claim to be healers and spell casting also. Seriously, stop with the witchcraft. I'm so sick of the witchcraft. Ugh, you guys, stop. If you truly are powerful, right? You don't need to manipulate the natural flow of the universe, because it will automatically work with you when you are in alignment with your heart. You don't eat ingredients on specific days on a moon and this and that and the other, and flip around 3 times and do it to the goddess at this hour. And no, the minute you start putting all those rules and things in place, it's no different than religion or anything else that tells you what to do. And most of the people that go to witchcraft say, I hate religion, I hate Christianity, blah, blah, blah. I'm a rebel. No, you're not. You're the total opposite. You're following rules of something else. Guess what? There are no rules to this universe. Everybody's on a different journey. We all have different lessons to learn, period. So anybody tells you got to do these steps to get to ascension and a higher whatever level, they're full of it. So anybody out there that's trying to find themselves and really find the truth of their purpose and why they're here, go within. Turn off your mind, turn off your thoughts, and just receive. That's what I call it. Just listen and receive. And when you get an answer to something that you're not seeking, but you're ready for, you'll feel it in your heart. Period. All right, rant over. Long story short, I'm not going back to Etsy. F that place. They are taking advantage of people left and right. I paid $20,000 in Etsy fees this year alone. 20,000. I could use that to help my children, my family, donate to homeless people. How dare they? What did they do for that? Nothing. And then they're just refunding people left and right and allowing witches to take over everything. And ugh. Another beautiful business that started as a small little mom and pop thing that they sold out to another corporation. So, long story short, if you want to continue to work with me and find me, just find me here on YouTube. I'm surprised I'm still here. They've tried to kick me off so many times. They filter me out like crazy, and thousands of my videos are gone. I used to have thousands of videos. But point being is, again, I'm not here for numbers. I'm not here to advertise or be a brand or have millions of followers. I know that whoever's listening is the right people that are meant to listen. Because the goal of life is not about money and fame, success, and recognition. I figured that out in Hollywood years ago. It's about genuinely showing up, doing what God, the universe, Mother Earth tells you to do because it feels right. Not because you're doing what you think. You're not following the rules that have been told are placed upon you, right? Don't forget the people that knew me before all this. I had a degree in religion and all this stuff. I was studying theology. I became an ordained Christian minister. I've gone down every path that society said you need to know this. But I needed to know that too, so that I could understand that true spirituality, true God within you, and the true creator. I mean, all these words, he hates them. I don't know what else words to use. I suck at words. But it's not hard. It's not complicated. It's not difficult. There's not all these things you have to do right. He just wants you to be yourself. And if he wanted us all to do the same thing and be the same way, this would be super boring here. Because guess what? He's learning from all of us. Just like we learn from our children. We don't want our kids to do exactly what we do. Well, a lot of parents do. That's not the goal. What I love most about my kids is that they're all completely individual, unique, beautiful human beings that, yeah, have traits of mine, but they're nothing like me because they're themselves. And I would never want them to do what I do or be who I am. I want them to do what they want to do, be themselves. So, anyone who's lost down this video, I hope something made sense. I have been, this full circle moments, I've been very afraid to make content. I've been insecure about showing up and recording my face. And instead, I allowed myself to be enveloped by this community that was so dark and removing demons and removing reptiles and fighting Dracos and all this stuff, right? Yeah, those things are real. They exist. And I do have the power and authority to remove them. But I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the darkness. They got to figure it out for themselves. I can't save everybody. I can't save every being. Do you know how much sympathy I actually have for things like demons and archons and reptiles? I feel sorry for them, yo. Their whole existence is based around manipulating human beings so they get their energetic food and keep their money, control, and all this stuff going. Keep it going, lads. Papa's watching. He's never stopped. Punishment hasn't come yet, but if you keep it up, trust me, it's coming. So for those of us who don't have the will to hurt others, to take advantage of others, to manipulate others, and we might be struggling, we might be in poverty, we might be lost, might be depressed, might be sad, alone, confused. That is real. The people in Hollywood that run around and, yeah, look at me, bling, bling, yeah, that's all fake, okay? Those people go home and cry themselves to sleep every night. Trust me. So, what life is about is being yourself. Doesn't matter what's on the outside. It doesn't matter what people tell you should do or whatever insecurities you have. We all have them. So I hid from the world for so long, yet my door did not stop banging down with people forcing me to remove all their darkness. And then whether a lot of those people were legit or not, I know a ton of them were witches that clung onto my energy and kept me feeling insecure and down and powerless for the past 3 years. Message, light bulb. Well, guess what? That's done. So, might still not be popular. I might not have the 10,000 people that I have on Etsy anymore, but whoever needs to find me and needs my help will. And I believe in that. I have faith in that. I'm not going to start buying Google ads and having a million, try to go for 1 million followers on TikTok. I don't have a TikTok. I'll probably have to get one because they'll probably kick me off of here for this video. She was gone for so long. Why did she have to come back and open her mouth and ruin everything? Because I can't not listen to him. I'm not going to allow people to surround me with darkness anymore. Throw 10,000 at me a day. I don't care. You can have it. Guess what I did with all that money? Did stuff for my family. Not a thing for myself. I'm still buying $5 clothes from H&M. I don't care about stuff like that. Every dollar I made with all that money went to my family. Period. Not to me at all. I'm in a dungeon with altars everywhere. Baby, what do you need? Kids, what do you need? Khaleesi Turbo. So, I'm not going to miss your money, Etsy. I'm not going to miss your money, which is your manipulation. I'm certainly not going to miss the darkness that surrounded me for all this time. So, theme of this video is supposed to be back to basics. Well, I started by doing only once a month I would do a healing ceremony, not 50 a day. I would go to a sacred site. I would take my time. I'd pick the right one. I'd be guided, actually, to the right one. I'd go looking for one thing and end up somewhere else. And then I would charge a quarter of what I charge on Etsy. And instead of 1 to 10 people a day, I'd have 100 people showing up. Just go to my playlist on this channel, Healing Ancient Places Around the World. YouTube have deleted hundreds of them, but they all happen. Anyway, there's many still there that are very significant, which I'm surprised they left up. Retracing the footsteps of Mary Magdalene, the Cathars. Just go. You'll find what you need. But I did this for so long. The darkness took over, made me hide, and now Etsy's going bankrupt. This all just happened in the last week. Oops. Karma's up. Beep. The witches might get the short-term gain with manipulating people in their spell work that lasts maybe immediately because they had to use some blood and fingernails, but it won't be long-lasting. And again, he's watching. And for those of you healers out there that are taking spellcasters that are taking advantage of people's weaknesses when they're in a vulnerable position, be careful. What you do is disgusting. You give people like myself and others that genuinely care about humanity, I'm going to try again. You give us a really bad name, and it's gross. Stop it. We're watching. So, I said I was going to do a sacred site healing once a month. Well, I'm thinking I'm going to do one every week now, just cuz. So, I have found the location. I was trying to do it last Sunday. I only announced it on Instagram. As soon as I announced it, I got attacked for the first time in probably years. It didn't last long, but they got to me again. So then I went, okay, they're scared. They're worried now. Okay, so I must be onto something. So I fought through it. I'm aware of these energies now when they come. I know what witchcraft feels like. So I guard my announcements for a reason. But this one I felt good about sharing with all of you. So I tried to do it Sunday. It wasn't going down. And then Big Papa up there decided to make it rain for all these days, since Sunday through Thursday morning, which is coming soon. Well, what's on Thursday morning but the winter solstice? The longest day of the year, the most powerful day to wrap up an entire year of lessons and experiences and say, reflect on the year and go, what did I learn this year? What do I want to let go of? And what do I want to bring in more of? What's my intention of what I want to come in? Stop thinking about what you don't want. start thinking about what do you want. So that's what the winter solstice is all about. Letting go, reflecting on where you've been, taking with you the things you learned, but letting go of the things that don't serve you, and then looking forward to new experiences and things that you still want to, that have yet to come. So I've been guided to the Redwood Forest. There's a specific place that I've been guided to, and I was gonna say it, but I just heard don't. Especially when I just said that every time I put something out there, it gets infiltrated. I'll just tell you that the redwood trees are the oldest trees that still stand in this world. They're thousands of years old. They've been around since the dinosaurs. And the place that I'm going has some of the oldest and tallest trees that exist. One of the trees is 3,200 years old or something like that. Wrap your head around that. And it wasn't reset by one of these Tartarian mud floods, right? So that's all I'm going to say. If you're guided, just do some research on the redwood trees, and how significant they are. The fact that they're still standing when so many things have been destroyed. If anyone knows about resets and mud floods, you know what I'm talking about. Okay? I'm sure there's a lot of disinformation about all that stuff, but there's definitely a lot of truth to it. And where I am is very close to like San Francisco and all these places where like the headquarters of all these Tartarian resets have gone down. So there's a reason I'm where I am. So Grandma Nanyehi, Five Killer, Kingfisher, Nancy Ward came through and brought me back to how I began with my crazy sage bundles. So I'll just show you the bundles that I'll be using for this ceremony. I'm not selling these, but maybe I will. I can make more. They're all unique. This is all stuff I collected on my journey from Colorado to California. So we got chilies, big dried chilies. We got tree beard, that stuff that hangs off the really old trees. This is called rabbit tobacco, really significant. And desert sage, wildflowers. Oh, and there is sassafras root from the sassafras tree. Very significant. Cedar sage. That's the killing the bad energy one. And then I have a second one. This one is the healing one. So there's a big old cinnamon stick, aka cannelle, as we say in Norway. And this one's more loving, lots more wildflowers, and cute healing elements. So I really miss making stuff like this. When you're so busy slaying demons all the time, you never get to look at the beauty of things. Look at just these two little berries. Where did they come from? I didn't even see that. But as I traveled from Colorado to California and met these elders along the way that begged me to heal them, and let me tell you, I was not in the best state when I first came. I really didn't want to leave Norway. It was just pretty sad. But I'll be back, trust me. Definitely be back. It just felt very humbling for me because I felt that the rest of my healing journey was just going to be me strapped to a computer, strapped to an altar, watching candles for 7 days in a row, and just focusing on these poor people and the demons and getting rid of them. I'm done with that because I slayed so many, there's hardly any left. I haven't even had a person tell me that they're cursed in so many years because for the first year and a half of that 3 years, all I did was break curses, break hexes, do all that. And then suddenly it graduated from curse breaking and hex breaking right into good old demon removal. So I'm tired of it. I've removed so many. Whoever's left, that's their deal. I'm here to heal myself. And thereby, when I heal myself, I heal those that I love. I heal those in my generation, past, present, future. I'm healing Grandma 7 generations ago right now, channeling her wisdom, her skills. We all carry a piece of our past, present, and future with us at all times. And we're also extremely responsible for the things that we do here right now, because that then becomes our legacy. I hope I have a granddaughter 7 generations from now in the future. It talks about her crazy grandma stash who didn't follow the rules, but still always genuinely showed up and honestly and truly wanted to help people. So, oh God, the humidity here, oof, killing me. I've had an afro all 3 videos. Anyway, I have 17 people that I have not advertised this at all, but I have 17 people that have somehow figured out that I'm doing this sacred site healing. It's going down on this winter solstice when Papa decides to make it stop raining. 144 coming in. He had to cleanse the land because I put it out there. I was going to start doing this. That night, instantly, I got attacked for the first time in years. He's been cleansing the land. Actually, if you watch a lot of the old healing rituals that we did the big sacred sites, it would suddenly rain the night before, and I'd be like, it's because everything needed to be cleansed. I was way calmer then because I still was pretty naive to all the darkness, but it's fine. I'm not jaded about it. Now I'm just aware of it, where before I was more naive. I didn't think people were so manipulative and dark and disgusting. But hey, it's better to know than not know, and then you can be prepared, and then you know how to not let it affect you. So if you want to be healed, doesn't matter what healing you need. If you still have demons and spirits and attachments, I'm still able to do it. I'm just saying, moving forward, I don't think there's going to be so many left. And if people need to release trauma and to heal themselves, or just bring in abundance, bring in clarity, I have people that, this beautiful girlfriend of mine who's like, I just need some clarity, and that's it. I trust you. I don't even know what else to ask for. Just bring me clarity. And she's bringing her dog along. Her dog purchased a healing ceremony spot in the sacred site ritual. How cool is that? In fact, there's 2 women that also have their dogs. I've got 2 dogs up in this ceremony. Out of 17 people, 2 of them are dogs. So typical for me. Anyway, if you were part of the old sacred site healings and you want to meet the upgraded version, or if you just randomly found this video and you're like, who the F is she? But you're feeling some truth coming here, hop on the train. I will do one of these once a week until I go back to normal. Okay? Not saying when that is, not telling anybody anything. Not giving anyone details about my life really at all anymore. I used to say way too much on this channel, and then what happens? I get attacked. Family gets attacked. You know, the rest is history. But we are strong. God has a plan for everybody. So when you purchase your spot in the sacred site healing ceremonies, my rituals are usually $188 when I sit here for 7 days constantly working on you. But I've not only upgraded my abilities now, I've changed the whole direction. So fools don't, I'm not going to be predictable anymore for people to feed off of. So good luck, guys. Try coming and feeding off of me from a sacred grove of redwood trees that are thousands of feet tall. Good luck with that. Try to get through the ancestor spirits when there's no Wi-Fi at all whatsoever. Doesn't even work. Phones don't even work where I'm at. Okay, I'm going alone. So I'm going to be using those bundles. One to clear out all the negativity, and the other one to heal everybody. And the history of this place that I'm going, it is very significant, but I just really don't want to put it out there and mess it up. But if people see this one, then everyone will know. I'll go back. Okay, because this place I'm going is seriously in need of healing for the whole planet, for all of humanity. These are our ancestor spirits. Just do some research on the redwoods. They're super important. What else would still be standing after that long? Nothing. No one. So when you go on, when you sign up for one of my sacred site healings, I used to always just send people a crystal that I would charge up in the healing ceremony for them, put whatever intention and wish they had into that crystal, and then I mail it to you for free, no shipping. It's my gift to you. It's a ritual reminder, if you will. I used to just do the crystal, but if I'm upgrading everything else, like my abilities and my approach to everything, then I thought I had to maybe step it up a notch. I love making altars for people. I love including their photograph. I love including herbs and flowers and all things Mother Nature and crystals too. And then I love, positive affirmations and all of these things. So I put them all together. So every person that's come to me is going to have this special little ritual reminder, we'll call it. And it's a little pouch. Oh, I don't want to say who that's for. I make these little affirmation cards that are based from the artwork on my website. So I'm pulling a little affirmation card for each person based on what you need, because I have a little message for you. The person's photo will be in here. If I'm dealing with someone, their photo's not important, then I have something else to represent what it is you asked for, or another person, or a bay leaf with your name on it, or your whatever. And then a variety of different herbs and flowers, and big old crystals up in there too. That's a black jade. Where people know about green jade. Do you know about black jade? Super powerful for getting rid of negativity. Oh yeah, there's some sassafras bark. All kinds of things, but every single person gets something different. So everything I used to put on altar plates are now just going to be in this little pouch. So everybody's little pouch, again, not showing who that's for, their name will be on it. Whatever it is you're wanting, every single person, you should see my lineup. Everybody's getting something different. Everything I'm pulling is coming from your ancestors or from the big guy up there. So every little pouch is coming with me to the sacred Redwood Forest. I will be cleansing everything out with the bundles first, and then healing everything up with the bundles, and then using the power of these ancient ancestor trees and their medicine, and no Wi-Fi, and no one else around, to give you exactly what you want and exactly what you need. I won't say what, exactly what you need. Nothing more, nothing less, and you might get something that you didn't even know you needed. I don't even get nosy with this. I just ask whatever you need and you get it, okay? If you deserve it, and this healing or this releasing of your trauma or releasing of the negative entities attached to you are for your highest good, you'll get it. But your heart and your intention has to be in alignment, and it has to serve you to grow, okay? Period. And anyone who does have spirit attachments, negative entity attachments, demonic attachments, this is the best place that I could remove them for you. It won't take 7 days. I won't have to obsess and pray 3 hours a day over your altars, and no more candles, none of this. Everything goes straight up. Boom. Back to source. Every time I remove a bad guy, I never destroy it. I give it to God. I've said this 1,000 times. It's that simple. If you're not allowed to be here, you're breaking universal law, you go. I'm just forcing them to get their punishment. I'm not getting involved. Bye. You and Papa work it out. Good luck. Look at you. I'm just tired of it. It's just getting so old. So anyone who has attachments and they know they're there still, I'm really tired of getting rid of these guys, but I'm telling you that I can get rid of a lot of them in this place. And it's not far from where I'm living right now. I can go back anytime you guys want. I just don't want to give away too much this first time. I need to go and make sure this happens. It's going to happen, but the least interference, the better. So I'll put a link to my website, StashaEriksen.com, and the service is Sacred Site Healing. So it's usually $188 for a ritual that takes 7 days, which still is pretty good. But instead, it's $88.88. However, I have a coupon. What did I say? I always do that. So I reduced it down to $6,789. I liked that. We're rising up. So we're going from the 6 up to the 9. Get it? So $67.89. And you even get this amazing special custom pouch that will have multiple powerful crystals as well. I'm not even showing you. I'll turn them back. Most people on Etsy charge $60 for something like that. So you're going to get that, have a reminder of your healing. All those herbs and crystals and everything can be worked with. Your affirmation, you'll remember. It's just my little way of giving you something of Mother Earth, something of tangible matter to remind you that you're healed. To give you some little tools that you can work with yourself. Because even if I say, oh, I'm healing you, you are really healing you. You come and trust in another person, which honors me still to this day. And you just showing up and asking for help and trusting in another means that you've already done it. You're showing up. You're ready to grow. You're ready to evolve. Most of you don't even know what's around the next corner. And that's what's so beautiful about it. You just feel this call that you're tired of repeating the same mistakes over and over and over, getting nowhere. You look around you and you see that the people that seem to be happy and have it all aren't. So stop trying to be like everybody else. Be yourself. And if you need to be empowered, you need to be reminded, call on me. All right, it's going down in the solstice. So I'm on California time zone. If you're in Europe or Scandinavia or somewhere else, a lot of clients in Africa, clients all over the world. So figure out time zones. I'm on Pacific time zone. If you don't get it in by, let's say, 8 a.m. on the solstice, which is Thursday, December 21st, it will be too late. However, there is about 40 redwood forests within an hour vicinity, north, south, west, and east of me. And trust me, I'm going to be going to as many as I possibly can. Other places I'm going to go to. We're starting with redwoods because it's extremely important to everything. Just research it. It'll all make sense. You'll land on what you're meant to know. All right. Never meant for this to be 45 minutes. Never meant for it to be about anything but to be about, right? But again, don't expect, don't seek, and you shall find the truth. Okay? Love you guys so much. Prayers, love, and peace from California. Yay, yo. Love you guys so much. Really, genuinely, I'm so glad to be back. Don't know how long this will last for, but when I hear the call and I know I'm needed, I will always show up. And thank you again for all of you who have stuck with me so long. I hope I'm still the same person, just hopefully grown up a little bit, but I really hope I haven't changed. Let me know in the comments, as everybody says on every YouTuber. Leave it in the comments what you think of that. Smash that like button, get that algorithm going. No, please don't do any of those things. Like, I kind of like being secret. It's pretty cool. Really, I love you guys so much. See you at Solstice. Bye.